Hi guys, I'm back with another video, and 2024 is going to be over in a few weeks, and it's time to tell the whole world about the top 10 new action anime of 2024. So if you were waiting for a list like this, congrats pal, you are here for a treat today, cause you can spend your time watching these until new anime rolls out. So let's begin the video. On number 10, Ishura. It is set in a world where humanity's greatest heroes have already taken down the ultimate boss, like the final boss. Imagine everyone came together, took one last group selfie with the big bad, and then he was gone. Yay. But now that the world's biggest threat has been obliterated, all these overpowered heroes are just standing around, twiddling their thumbs and wondering what to do next. So what's a bunch of overpowered, ultra-competitive legends to do? Start fighting each other, of course. With no big villain left to punch, they decide to brawl it out to see who's the strongest of them all. It's like if the Avengers finished saving the universe and immediately started a massive wrestling match for bragging rights. Each hero brings their own unique set of skills, magical powers, and a flair for drama. From warriors with muscles on their muscles to mages who could rewrite reality if they weren't so busy bickering, everyone's got something to prove. On number 9. Yozakura family. You're a regular dude, just chilling in high school, crushing hard on your childhood bestie, Mutsumi. Life's all vibes until, boom, plot twist. Turns out her family isn't your run-of-the-mill nosy in-laws. Nah, they're full-on elite assassins. Yep, certified pros at serving up death like it's a 5-star meal. Taiyo, our main guy. He's just trying to confess his love like a normal person, but Mutsumi's psycho big bro, Kyoichiro, is like, nah fam, nobody's good enough for my sis. Dude's obsessed. Pulls some straight up villain energy, basically telling Taiyo, you date her, you die. But here's the kicker. To keep Mutsumi safe from all the crazy assassin drama, Taiyo has to marry her. And just like that, my man goes from awkward lovebird to husband and rookie assassin trainee overnight. Now Taiyo's gotta survive family dinner without getting poisoned, dodge booby traps like he's in an action movie, and somehow master killer skills to protect his new waifu. On number 8. Ranma half. Alright, Ranma 1/2 is the story of one guy whose life gets flipped upside down every time he touches a little water. Meet Ranma Sayotome, martial arts prodigy and reluctant shapeshifter. Why reluctant? Well, because thanks to a very unlucky dip in a cursed hot spring, whenever Ranma gets splashed with cold water, he turns into a girl. A quick splash of hot water, bam, he's back to being a guy. But it's a cycle that never stops, and he's got to navigate it all day long. Now, imagine trying to maintain a normal life like that, especially when your dad, who also turns into a panda with cold water, is determined to marry you off to Akane Tendo, a girl who's really not thrilled about any of this. Akane's no nonsense, can't stand perverts, and her new fiance literally changes genders without warning. The chemistry between them is complicated, to say the least. The real comedy? Every random enemy, martial arts rival, and love interest in town shows up to make Ranma's life harder. A warrior girl who wants to marry Ranma, Moose, who's in love with Shampoo but keeps attacking Ranma, and Ryoga, a guy with zero sense of direction who's also trying to settle a vendetta with Ranma while turning into a pig every time he hits the water. On number 7. Wistoria wand and sword. Imagine a world where magic rules and swords are just shiny sticks for the wannabes. Enter our boy Will, a dude with zero magic vibes but dreams bigger than his mom's shopping list. He's all, I'll be the top dog of this magic academy. Yeah, okay Will, sure. January turns out Will's got some next level sword skills that could slice through your grandma's Thanksgiving turkey like butter. But everyone's like, nah bruh, no magic, no swag. Still, Will ain't about to let some sparkly wand wavers tell him what's what. He teams up with an adorable magic flinging sidekick Celia and starts grinding his way to the top. Cue epic battles, flashy spells, and Will showing the world that swords are cooler than wands any day. Add a sprinkle of friendship, rivalry, and a whole lot of how the heck did he pull that off? And you've got a show that's 1 part Hogwarts and 2 parts shonen madness. On number 6, Windbreaker. It isn't about bikes, it's about badassery. The story follows Haruka Sakura, a high school punk with fists of steel and a love for punching his problems in the face. He transfers to Furin High, a school full of delinquents who are more about throwing hands than opening books. Think of it as a place where detention is just Fight Club with extra steps. Haruka's mission, become the strongest fighter at Furin High, but things get messy when he realizes that strongest also means protecting the weak and earning respect. Cue the gang wars, wars, epic throwdowns, and occasional moments of wait, is this guy my enemy? Or did we just become besties mid-punch? Between Haruka's over-the-top antics, his wild classmates, and rival gangs showing up every other chapter, it's chaos on wheels. And while the action is intense, anyway though the story is average, but the animation and fights are crazy good. On number 5. The Elusive Samurai. Set in feudal Japan, we've got our hero, Hojo Tokiyuki, who's not your typical sword-swinging warrior. Nope, this kid's specialty is the art of not getting hit. Forget about courage or brute strength. Tokiyuki's entire survival plan involves dodging, ducking, dipping, and, well, you get the idea. Imagine Naruto, but his only jutsu is the superior ability to run away. After his family gets wiped out in a brutal coup, Tokiyuki's life goes from luxury castle living to please don't catch me. And instead of training to fight back, he masters the noble art of escape with skills that would make even a ninja jealous. He's got an entire squad backing him up too. A monk who loves chaos. Every episode is Tokiyuki outsmarting samurai warriors who are expecting a fight, only to find themselves trying to chase down the Usain Bolt of feudal Japan. He's so elusive that you half expect his enemies to just give up and be like, he'll tire himself out eventually. So if you're ready for a historical samurai saga where our hero's biggest strength is his cardio, then the Elusive Samurai is the ultimate anime for you. It's a classic fight or flight story where the answer is pretty much always flight. On number 4. Dragon Ball Daima. It is here to flip the script, and guess what? Your favorite Z fighters just got hit with the ultimate plot twist. They're kids again. Yep, Goku, Vegeta, and the gang got de-aged by some mysterious magic shenanigans, and now they're back in kiddie mode. Imagine all the Saiyan drama, but with way more tantrums and way less height. This time we are going to Demon World to defeat the villain. Now these mini legends have to figure out who's behind this mess and go back to their original size. Even pint-sized, they're still OP. These kids are throwing hands harder than ever, with Goku yelling, "Let's run it back," like he's on a playground, not a battlefield. Of course, Vegeta's out here, salty as ever, screaming, "I ain't losing to Kakarot even if I gotta use a booster seat to fight," with crazy battles, wild adventures, and Goku's eternal appetite for food and trouble. On number 3. Kaiju number 8. Set in a world where massive monsters, or kaiju, love to pop up like uninvited guests at a party, and humanity has to clean up the mess they leave behind. It's like living in a world where your annoying neighbors are Godzilla and his extended family, and they have no respect for property lines or quiet hours. Our hero is Kafka Hibino, a 30-something dude whose life hasn't exactly gone according to plan. Kafka always dreamed of joining the defense force, the elite squad dedicated to fighting kaiju and looking cool while doing it. But instead of battling giant monsters, Kafka spends his days working for a kaiju cleanup crew, scrubbing monster guts off buildings and picking kaiju teeth out of the pavement. One day, Kafka's life takes a turn when a small, talking kaiju flies into his mouth. Because why not? It transforms Kafka into a half-human, half-kaiju hybrid. Now Kafka has superhuman strength, healing powers, and the ability to transform into a giant monster whenever he sneezes too hard. Talk about an awkward new skill to put on your resume. With his newfound powers, Kafka decides it's time to finally chase his dream of joining the defense force, even though he's now technically a kaiju himself. As Kafka juggles his double life as a kaiju fighter and an actual kaiju, he faces all kinds of challenges, like not accidentally destroying city blocks when he transforms or avoiding the defense force's detection. On number 2. Dandadan. Alright, here we go with Dandadan, where we blend romance, horror, and supernatural shenanigans into one wild ride. Meet Momo Ayase, a high school girl who believes in ghosts, and Okarun, her nerdy classmate who's convinced aliens are the real deal. They're both a little too passionate about their beliefs, and after a heated debate, they make a brilliant decision. Let's each test our theories and prove the other wrong, because nothing says good idea like wandering into spooky places after school, right? So Momo heads to a haunted spot, and Okarun goes off to find some extraterrestrial activity. Spoiler alert, they both get way more than they bargained for. Momo encounters some seriously creepy aliens who are not exactly friendly, and Okarun has a close encounter with a spirit of a granny that leaves him questioning his sanity and his life choices. After narrowly escaping their encounters, they discover that now they're stuck with some crazy powers. Think psychic abilities mixed with a dash of why is my life like this? Suddenly they're fighting fighting off monsters, dealing with supernatural entities, and figuring out if they actually like each other or if they're just traumatized buddies bonding over their weird experiences. Every episode is a chaotic blend of laugh out loud moments, unexpected twists, and an unhealthy amount of supernatural mayhem. On number 1. Solo Leveling. It is based on a web novel. Alright, so here's the gist. We follow our main dude, Sung Jinwoo, who starts off as the weakest E-rank hunter. Yep, you heard that right, he's essentially getting smacked around by monsters and is the punching bag of the hunter world. But then, plot twist. He stumbles into a dungeon that's way too intense and things go haywire. He faces a life and death situation that changes everything. He awakens a mysterious power that lets him level up, like literally. It's an RPG style leveling system that we all wish we could have in real life. Now here's where it gets really juicy. This anime isn't just about leveling up, it dives deep into themes like determination, overcoming your demons, literally and figuratively, and the struggle for power. I mean, who doesn't love an underdog story? That's the end of this video, and if you enjoyed, hit that subscribe button. Also tell me which anime you're gonna be watching tonight. I'll see you in the next one.